Hi, this is a short video just to explain about some of the issues that people have with Boilermate 2, the old Boilermate 2. They get buzzing noises coming from their Boilermate. The two cards that are on the Boilermate are the pump drive and the pump delay timer. So I just wanted to do a quick video just to explain what might be causing the problem. So what happens, this is the pump delay timer here. What this is designed to do, it drives the actual circulating pump for the boiler. Once the thermostat for the boiler, for the tank, sorry, says that the temperature's at the right temperature, the thermostat in the tank will switch the boiler off. What this little relay board here does is it just keeps the pump running for about another 3 minutes. And the idea of that is just to remove any residual heat in the boiler. It helps to make it a little bit more efficient, and it also stops it tripping out on over temperature. Now, one of the problems with this is that it can start buzzing. There is the other card, which is this one. This is the pump drive PCB. This has a slightly different job. What this is designed to do is periodically, when the system's not being run very much, when the central heating is not being run very much, typically in summer. So periodically, what this will do, it'll just run the pump, the central heating pump, just to exercise the system and stop it getting stuck. Quite often through the summer, when they're not being used, pumps will stick, and then when you come to turn the heating on in the winter for the first time, they just don't work. And you hear people have, hit them, tap them with a hammer and things like that. But this helps to avoid that happening. So I'll come back to this board in a second or two and explain why that one can be buzzing sometimes as well. So with this one, I've rigged up a little test rig here. This little red button just imitates the tank thermostat. Don't worry about the little brown marks, by the way. It's just these do tend to run a little bit hot. It's just the way they're designed. So what'll happen with this, when I press this, nothing will happen because I haven't turned it on. Oh. Okay, so what I've got here is an actual faulty delay timer. So what'll happen when I turn it on, this is it. You can see you get this horrible buzzing noise, and quite often you'll find the pump will still work, but obviously it's not very good for the pump when it's doing this. It can start off as just buzzing sort of intermittently every now and again, but eventually it ends up as bad as this. So I'll just swap this for a good one, and then we'll see what a good one should do. Okay, so I've swapped the faulty one there for this good one. So what should happen now is that when the tank thermostat, this little red push button here, is just designed to imitate the tank thermostat, so calling for hot water to heat the tank up. So when that comes on, the pump will start and the system will run. So the boiler will be running, etc, etc. Now obviously what will happen then is when the boiler goes off, this little board will just keep the pump running for about another 3 minutes, as I previously said. So obviously I'm not going to sit here and wait for 3 minutes, but trust me, after about 3 minutes this will just click off, and it'll be waiting then for the next time that the tank calls for heat. And as you can see, it's completely silent. You don't get all that horrible buzzing. Okay, so this is the pump drive PCB. As I say, this is designed so that when the central heating pump's not being used very much, so through the summer or whatever, this will periodically power the system on, and it will just exercise the pump for a few seconds, just to keep it clear of any sort of blockages or anything like that. Because quite often, if the pump's not used through the winter, come the first sort of time you want heating in the winter, the pump's stuck and the system won't work. And you get people, they're suggesting tapping it with hammers and all sorts of things. But anyway, this is a clever idea to sort of get round that. And what can happen, this can also buzz as well. Obviously, symptomatic of this would be the buzzing occurring when the central heating's running, yeah, as opposed to the other one, the pump delay timer, which that will just buzz whenever the boiler is on and the circulating pump for the boiler's running. So pretty much, every occasion the boiler's on. Now there is an easy way of testing this one actually. So with the power off, there is a little jumper. I don't know if you can see that just there. If you take that jumper off just temporarily, and then power the system back on, what will happen is every few seconds the relay will pulse, it says, like that. And obviously if it's buzzing then this unit's faulty. So if you just wait a second or two again, it'll do it again. So if when it came on it buzzed like mad, then this would be faulty and need replacing or repairing, like that. And obviously, just to put it back to normal, you would just power off again and pop that little jumper back on. That would put it back to normal operation. So with both of these, I can offer an exchange repair service or just a straight repair service. Normally, if one of them's gone, to be honest, I would recommend you swap both of them out, because you know the other one won't be far behind it. The heat and everything just cooks some of the components. So when I recondition them, they're you know, they're guaranteed for 12 months and what have you, just like a new one would be. And there'll be details of that on my website, and I'll put a link to that on the YouTube thing. I hope you found that helpful anyway. And just out of interest, the manual, by the way, if you just search online for Boilermate 2 manual, you can find a link to the manual that I just showed you. And that diagram there just shows you the relative positions of the two pump drive and pump delay boards, so that you can easily identify which is which. Well, I hope you found that helpful.